Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor, is also joining us from the studio. Rahul, if I'm audible to you because there's loud music in my background and announcements being made, what has the BJP kept in mind as it has chosen these MLAs behind me to be sworn in to the cabinet of Bhupendra Patel? Rahul. I'll try and reconnect with Rahul. Rahul, if I'm audible to you, it's probably my network which is fluctuating a bit. The question that I'm asking you is that what exactly has the BJP kept in mind as it has chosen these MLAs who are behind me on stage at the moment to be sworn in to the cabinet of Bhupendra Patel, to be led by Bhupendra Patel? Rahul.
See, follow me. The task ahead for the BJP in Gujarat is not easy. Remember, the BJP has got unprecedented numbers this time around compared to, say, even Madhav Singh Solanki in the 80s. But the fact remains that on the ground, there is tremendous amount of anti-incumbency which was visible, though people have reposed faith in Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and that's the only factor perhaps. And also, perhaps, the kind of industrial and business climate that Gujaratis see under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And that is why the Sankalp Patra which the BJP brought in, the kind of policies which were pursued, for example, among the tribals, if you ignore a lot of anger and resentment against the BJP, or perhaps lack of familiarity primarily because of the Ghar Wapsi and the Hindutva element, the free food grains given during the COVID period were a big deal as far as the tribal voters are concerned. Similarly, the promises made by the BJP. See, for example, the BJP has promised two very stark elements. One is welfare schemes, and the second is a very strong dose of what can be called the Hindutva element, or the kind of element that creates that communal divide in Gujarat. So, for example, UCC, the Uniform Civil Code, though difficult to achieve, it came late, but it did come in Gujarat. Then you've got anti-radicalization laws that the government is promising, that people against terror and jihadis and others will be discouraged through this anti-radicalization law. There is a promise of a spiritual corridor. There is a promise of a 3D Bhagavad Gita zone. The government, if you see the swearing-in ceremony today, 200-odd seers are going to be here. So that strong dose of Hindutva cannot be ignored. Then comes elements like women KG to PG. Students will be free girl education, bicycles to schools girls, scooties to college-going girls, the Mahila Sakhi Mandal, which is a very successful element in Gujarat. There are special incentives for them, farmers. So what one can see is that there is a big element of delivery. Now, if one looks at questions of why a party gets voted back to power, I think delivery has become a big component. Though Gujarat might be an exception, that one finds during the travels that the schools are not as good as one expected. The roads are not as good as at one time they used to be in Gujarat when Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself was there. Though electricity and other issues have been tackled, Prime Minister had in North Gujarat and in Sabarkantha had to promise better water facilities. So, for the next election, what I am told by the BJP, that the Har Ghar Jal in water-starved areas of Gujarat is the one next big push that the Bhupendra Patel government will have to deliver. Now, then comes also the aspiration elements. Aspirations in terms that there are something close to 57 odd seats which are dominated by the Patels and the Patidars. Last time around, the BJP suffered a bit of a setback, though it did recover a lot of lost ground. This time around, something over 50 MLAs of the BJP are Patidars. That representation, if one looks at it, the list, then there are a lot of turncoats. who have joined the BJP, they need to be represented. So the BJP's delivery mechanism needs to be activated better. There are a lot of unhappy elements like the state government. Employees are unhappy, a package for the police force. All those things need to be taken care. Because one thing is very important, that it is not the next election I think the BJP is looking at right now. What the BJP will be looking at will be the next Lok Sabha elections, 26 out of 26. That will be BJP's outlook as far as the next few months are concerned. Importantly, in 21, when Bhupendra Patel cabinet, all ministers were dropped. Not even a single one was retained. At that time, the BJP had called it the Abhinav Prayog, a new experiment. And that's what the BJP wants. That this time around, by continuing with a lot of people, these 17-odd men and women who are there likely to take oath, the BJP's effort would be provide a sense of continuity and step up on the kind of promises that the party has made to ensure that those 26 seats in the Lok Sabha do not get impacted by the kind of anti-incumbency the party was witnessing during the assembly polls.